Hey, would you like to go on a trek and see 3 lakes with us? Cool, but first, Riker had to do his business at the beginning of the trail, so I gotta carry it the whole 5-mile way. But onward we went because this already was starting off to be a beautiful hike. Riker was an excellent wayfinder and very patient with me as I looked at all the flora and fauna. This part of the trail was littered with these things that looked like lilies. They were white, but there was a couple bright purple ones too. As we continued on, the forest got thicker and the trees got bigger. This is not a very busy trail, so we had it all to ourselves. Although we were not prepared for water crossings, and this was all pretty boggy, so this is where we ended up crossing. Found this area of mostly stable-looking overgrown logs and skipped around a few before we kind of circled back to the path. I also thought this might be a morel mushroom, but since I'm not at all well versed, I let it be, and we continued on to the high point of the hike. This was actually the 3rd lake of the day. I'll show you the other 2 later. But we strolled around, just enjoyed how pretty and serene this area was. You could hear the birds and I think some frogs, and I don't know what these huge tropical leafy plants were, but they were so cool. I was also very tempted to walk on that log. After we took a look around, we did turn around and headed back to where we parked. I had been hoping the trail would take us closer to the 2nd lake, which we'd already passed, but these were the best views I could get, just peekaboo through the trees, which was still rather worth it. Continued through the beautiful forest. How old do you think these trees were? We eventually made it off of the trail and then headed down the forest road where we gave ourselves pinstripes from the leaves, avoiding that huge water bit. And this is the reason we hiked 5 miles instead of 2, because I couldn't get past that to the trailhead, or at least I didn't feel comfortable doing so. But I wasn't at all mad because we got a primo spot next to Fay Lake, and I wish we'd had more time to camp here as well. But it was time to head out and listen to my van yell at me. So yes, I also gave my van some forest pinstripes, working through this rutted, muddy area. And of course, we paused for the river view. Thanks for joining us. Bye.